Colon cancer is the third most prevalent cancer worldwide, where 1 in 23 men and 1 in 25 women will be diagnosed with it in their lifetimes. Currently, 90% of cases are diagnosed in individuals aged 50 and older. When it comes to screening for colon cancer, colonoscopies are performed to examine abnormalities in the colon and the rectum and are massively important in detecting polyps before they become cancerous tumors. But before all of this happens, patients have to consume a large amount of fluid to clean out the colon as preparation or prep for the colonoscopy, which can be a very tedious and often downright uncomfortable task to take on. Patients who are inadequately prepped may be unaware they are before arriving to the colonoscopy, often because they don't have a way to assess their level of preparation before they schedule screening. This leads to poor visualization of the colon from the physician's end and may require patients to come in for repeat examination due to an inadequate diagnostic yield, which is often wasteful in both time and resources for the patient and clinician. But what if patients could check for themselves to see if they were prepped before colonoscopies? We are the Rectifiers, and our device, Prep Check, allows patients to know for themselves whether or not their prep is adequate for a colon screening before they go in for the procedure.
Around 15 million colonoscopies are performed in the US each year. In about 25 to 30% of those, patients are found to have inadequate bowel preparation for colon visibility during the procedure, leading to incomplete colonoscopies, 33% of which are not rescheduled within 6 months. On average, it takes about 75 minutes of hands-on staff time in the operating room to reprocess one endoscope, which involves cleaning, rinsing, and disinfection after each colonoscopy, and can cost anywhere from $114 to $281 to reprocess a single endoscope alone. So, by informing patients of their bowel prep status beforehand, both the labor and financial cost of pursuing an incomplete colonoscopy can be prevented.
To solve this issue, we present to you Prep Check, a device that patients can use at home to assess their stool color to measure their bowel prep quality before their exam. The pen utilizes a spectral color sensor and is programmed with baseline color values for bowel preparation quality. The color detected by the sensor is compared to the baseline values, with a final output indicating to patients whether their bowel is clean or not. Prep Check comes with a kit to assist a patient in checking if they are prepared enough for their upcoming colonoscopy. The kit contains a graduated specimen color pan, otherwise known as a nurse hat, the Prep Check device, and a disposable bag. Instructions on how to use is first, the hospital hat is placed underneath the toilet seat, which is lowered, and the patient can then use the bathroom as usual to collect a sample. Using the Prep Check device, orient it with the clear plate facing downwards, and after 10 seconds, look at the two lights on the side of the device for your results. Green means that you're good to go, and red means that your prep is incomplete. Finally, flush the contents of the collector pan in the toilet and place the collector pan and Prep Check device in the provided disposal bag to be removed with any other household trash.
For this section of the video, we'll be taking a closer look at how Prep Check works and the testing that we did to ensure that it detected stool color accurately. Prep Check uses a spectral color sensing chip to detect stool color. In a well-lit environment or with the onboard LEDs, the reflected color of an object placed in front of the chip is received by a sensor and then processed by code stored on an Arduino Nano. The data initially output by this process is a spectral intensity distribution representing the color detected by the chip. To test the sensor's ability to differentiate between different stool colors and also its consistency when sensing the same color, we devised the testing method using colored beverages made with tea and coffee to emulate the colors seen on the visual guide some patients and physicians use to assess their bowel prep. We made 5 different colored solutions and tested each 5 times, recording wavelength and intensity data for later data analysis. From the analysis we performed, it was determined that the sensor could distinguish between both color and intensity for all samples, while also maintaining consistent results when tested on the same color sample multiple times. To conclude, let's look at some of the benefits we believe Prep Check may offer to both patients and clinicians. Equipping patients with Prep Check to inform them about their bowel prep progress early may help prevent financial losses to hospitals and clinics by providing enough time for scheduling readjustments. Allow practices to avoid the unneeded cost associated with pursuing an incomplete colonoscopy. Improve a physician's ability to get an unobstructed view of a patient's colon, and save patients time, money, and a little bit of pain by minimizing the chance that they need another colonoscopy in the near future only because of bad bowel prep.